Okay, the hype is real. Getting into the ACOTAR series and listening to the dramatized audio on Audible is my absolute fave. Now, I'm walking around like I live in a fantasy world. Wings, magic, tension. And way too much emotional damage for a Friday.
It's so good. Listening to it hits different. The way the narrator brings Feyre and Rhys into life, you feel everything. It's like you're in the room, falling in love, about to die, and then falling in love again.
And it's not just romantasy. Audible has every flavor of love story. If you're more into the real world stuff, Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry is honestly addictive. Or if you want a classic, Audible are releasing a new immersive full cast version of Pride and Prejudice in September with Harris Dickinson as Mr. Darcy. And yes, he delivers.
There's literally a whole universe of romance waiting. It's immersive, it's private, and it's weirdly comforting. Like a warm, fuzzy, emotional roller coaster in your ears.
So, if you've ever thought, maybe I should get into audiobooks, this is your sign. Download the Audible app and press play on A Court of Thorns and Roses, or whatever kind of love story you're into. Previously on Relatables Baddies Book Club. Guys, this chapter literally made Pooh start bingo stamping my undies. Another one, right in the arm. Boom, she's got an arrow in her arm. She's like, ah! And then she snaps it, pulls it out. Eris, winnows in front of her, whacks this bitch, okay? And she's just getting ruined by Eris. Whack, 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 whack.
He's a beast.
He's a beast.
Yeah.
Punches in her stomach, whacks in the face. Just a winged fucking shadow. Just plummets onto the lake. And she goes, holy shit, it's not just a shadow. It's Cassian. Cassian looks at Eris and goes, I suggest you drop my lady.
Yeah.
Bro. Welcome to Relatables Baddies Book Club, where we will embark on a journey reading some of the finest pieces of literature you have ever laid eyes, or ears, if that's your preferred way to consume a book, on.
Oh, no. A Court of Wings and Ruins, chapters 21 to 32.
Let's fucking go, baby.
We're getting through this thick book, Jake.
I'll tell you what, we're about halfway through. Where's your little bookmark? Or you got a little bent page there?
I got a bent
fucking
page
animal?
there. Yeah, it's
I
about
think
halfway.
it's insane for people to bend a page.
Why? These books are like $10.
I know they're only $10, but still disrespectful.
What?
Disrespectful.
No, it's not.
It is.
This is how I read.
Yeah, you bend pages and you fucking read slow is what you do, mate.
I don't even read slow. I read to our purpose. I could read faster if I wanted to, but I spread it out.
Yeah.
You just have no self-discipline.
Yeah.
Jake messages me. So we recorded this after the main episode of the radio segment, which we had planned to record at 10 a.m. And Jake messaged me last night and goes, can we do the book club first? He's like, oh, wait, sorry, we have the radio thing. Just so he can read more.
I mean, whatever time we record this, I'm not going to read, I guess, during the day.
You have an addiction.
It's a good addiction, I'll say that much, weren't you?
But this book is honestly turning into my favorite so far.
Oh, same, yeah.
Loving the storyline, the intricacies, the storylines within the storylines.
It was my favorite book, first 10 chapters. It was as soon as Lucian chopped off the princess's head, I was like, that's my favorite book.
Yeah, fuck, I forgot about that. It was so long ago.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed these chapters too. Oh, these were like...
Bro, so much has happened.
When you were reading them and listening to the dramatized audio, they're like... Pow,
yeah.
Pow, pow,
oh,
pow. Hours gone. 2 hours gone.
It's sexy.
Yeah.
So
there was some sexy scenes in there too.
A little bit of like on the belly action, a little bit of massage action.
A little bit of finger.
Yeah, even Rhys can't just give a massage. But this week, as we said last week, on Patreon, you get this episode 5 days early.
Yes.
Now, we didn't think that was good enough value.
No.
So, last week, you guys got... What did you guys get last week?
Prythian. Cards Against Prythian.
Cards Against Prythian. Fun.
Yes.
This week, you guys are getting our reactions. I'm going to read to you the A Court of Mist and Fury hidden chapter, extra chapter. You're supposed to read it right after chapter 28. We're done the book.
Yes.
I kind of forget what happened in chapter 28 of Akamath, but...
I've already read it, and it's Cassian and Nesta's sort of little backstory.
Because he goes to... It's just one of the trips Cassian takes to... When Nesta and Elaine were still human and still lived on
Yes.
the other side of the wall. It was one of the little trips he took to see if the queens had replied.
Exactly.
Okay, so
And I don't know why it was left out of the book, but I really enjoyed it.
okay, shit.
So we're doing that on Patreon.
Yeah.
So-
I'm gonna read it to you guys because this is I haven't read it.
Yeah.
So you guys listening, first time hearing, sweet. My first time reading, and let's see how I go. Like in my head, I read pretty quick. I'm gonna try and spit it out nice.
You're always slower when you talk. Though.
Yeah. Okay. The feeling chased him all the way back to Valaris.
Wow.
That took me ages.
Yeah. A bit of a round of applause.
Whoa. Okay, guys, chapter 21. First of all, I'm thoroughly enjoying listening to this book on Audible. And did we say already we're happy with these chapters?
Yeah. Very happy. I was
Same.
stoked with these.
Pretty cool. The only thing I'm annoyed about, which if you've read the book, you know. So last chapters, we were said that we were going to have meetings with the High Lords. I thought that was going to happen in
So
these
did I.
chapters, and I was kind of pissed that it didn't.
It just kept going on and on
I know.
and on.
I tell you what, if it doesn't happen in the next 10 chapters, I'm fucking livid.
Yeah.
And if fucking Rhysand says, hello, Farah, darling, one more time, I'm closing the book.
I know.
Jesus. Okay,
Hello,
chapter
Farah,
21.
darling.
Chapter 21, as you guys know, we ended the last one with Farah being like, let's get the bone carver. Cool. So she's in the townhouse. She finds Amren training with Nesta, and she's like, cool, what's up? She doesn't tell them that they're going to see the bone carver because Amren would stop them. She'd be like, nah, bruh. So instead, she just starts asking questions about the prison, I think. Random questions. She's trying to get some answers, and Amren's kind of going, go away.
No.
And then she's like, I'm thinking, okay, cool. Next day, they're going to the prison.
Yep.
That night, she has a nightmare. I don't know. Kind of, Amaranth is still alive. Same old. And then wakes up. Rhys like, breathe. And she goes, cool. About to vomit, shit, whatever. So basically, all this war is bringing back some bad memories. Chapter 22.
Straight into it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Cassian's going to the prison with Farah. Rhysand, he winnows them in. And then he is going back to talk to Azriel about whatever he's found out about the Autumn Court. But he winnows them in and he goes, okay, just keep an eye on each other. Cassian goes, yeah, mother hen, whatever. Go away. And Rhysand's like, fucking keep her safe. Keep her fucking safe. Okay, so they're climbing up. He's starting to, because he says to Cassian as he's about to leave, he's like, remember who you put in here. So I was like, ooh. And the thing I hate is how they make these little comments.
Yeah.
And then they start to climb up to the door and she goes, who'd you put in here? And he goes, shh, best for another day.
Everyone in the Night Court, they do have very poor communication. They're all petty. They all don't tell each other how they feel.
Just tell me who you put in here. I know that the prisoners can hear you through the rock, but also they're in prison.
Exactly.
What are they going to do? You've said it's the most impossible thing to get out of. Okay. So they go down and basically they get into prison. They go all the way down. They get to the bone carver. Okay. Now she goes down. Same kid looking at her, right? Cassian's there and he's scared at what he's looking at. So we don't know. He doesn't ever say what he's looking at either. But so she's looking at this kid and she goes, she's a little more confident this time. She's not as scared. She's looking at him. She goes, it's the same kid, but bro, that's Rhysand's face. Wait, that's Rhysand's son.
Crazy.
That's my future son.
Yeah.
If we do survive this war. And Audie, she guessed it.
Yeah. When I was reading that, I was like, fuck, I'm good. How did I know that?
So he's given this little grin as if like he knows she's just realized it. And so he goes, yeah, what are you here for? Blah, blah, blah. She goes, here, chucks him a bone.
Yeah.
And it's one of the bones from the adder. She goes, this is a bone from the adder that I killed, bruv. Bang. He's like, shit, let's go. And then he starts talking. And then he starts kind of rambling on. And then Farah goes, are you going to let us fucking talk? And then he goes, oh, God, forgive me. I don't get many guests.
Yeah.
Jeez, come on. But she
Seems like a chill guy.
yeah, he seems like a chill guy. And so she says, I don't know, come fight with us and we'll free you. We have a friend that, we found the Book of Breathings. We have a friend that's decoding it. There's lots of stuff, lots of different spells in there. And basically we think that there's a spell in there that could send you home if you so desire. Same as her. Doesn't name her. And then he goes, you think I want to leave this place? I let these motherfuckers catch me, bitch. And we're like, what? Okay, cool. And, wait, am I?
That's into chapter 23.
Okay, into chapter 23. So she at the end of chapter 22, she starts saying like, join the war. And then chapter 23. So he's like, no, what do you think I'm doing in here? You think I let these motherfuckers put me in here? No. You don't even know who I am, all right? I have myself, I got my twin sister, and I got my brother. I can smell my sister on you, by the way. What'd you do? Weave one of your hairs into a thread? And she's like, shit, the weaver's your sister, bro? She goes, I'm going to throw Reese into the Sidra for sending me into there.
Bomb drop.
Basically, what the bone carver, the weaver, and his brother, who's on the continent, trapped by a lake, what they are death gods. So his sister and brother are way more powerful than him. He's scared of them. But we don't know what his brother does. He's powerful as fuck. But his sister is the weaver, and she's a death god. And what she has was like all these fucking mirrors, right? And she would basically hunt down pretty young women and then weave them into her life and stay beautiful and young forever. Very powerful, more powerful than Bone Carver. And he's like, he's a death god because what he does is carves the death of people into bones and watches that. And he's just apparently a weapon. Cassian says before they go in, yeah, it's known that he's, could slay 100 troops with a breath. And so Pharaoh's kind of like, okay, well, shit. But he's like, no, I think that if I was to be let out of here, they would get wind of it and they would come kill me. I don't know why. But so she goes, shit, so you won't help. And he's like, nah, bro. And so then randomly he looks at Cassian and he's like, I don't really know what he says, but he starts to go, the ocean and wind whisper to me of what happened on the island in Highburn. When she went in, she took something out or something like that. And he starts talking about Nesta and all this stuff. And they're kind of like, what? Basically, they think that Nesta is a death god.
Yeah, they're alluding to it.
And Nesta is legitimately a fucking death god. And that's why the bone carver can like sense her in the wind.
Yeah.
Because Nesta's a fucking death god, bro.
She's a beast.
Unleash Nesta in the war.
Well, they don't know it completely, and we're finding out more and more.
Fucking death god, bro.
It's unraveling, mate.
Oh my god.
Stay with it.
And so then they're about to leave. She goes, okay, cool, whatever. You don't want to be on a war.
Wait.
We waste our time. And he goes, because Cassian goes, we got to go to the Hewn City for the meeting. And he's like, the Hewn City. Okay, I have one more... One last bargain. Get me my sister had a mirror called the Ouroboros mirror.
Did you say Ouroboros? I said Ouroboros.
Ouroboros. No, I think you're right.
Okay.
Ouroboros mirror.
Yeah.
Bring it to me and I'll fight for you. So they're like,
easy.
Okay. He goes, Kier has it. It's a family heirloom of his. That's the mirror that she used to hunt down the young bitches. I don't know why he wants it, but basically I'll fight for you. Now, chapter 24. So I think it's been, I don't know, they're back home for like an hour. They're going to the Hewn City that night. She decides to go up to check on Elaine and Nesta. She tries to fly. There's a lot of little mentionings of her trying to fly in here and then collapsing and just like face planting and shit, whatever. So she goes up to the house, goes to the townhouse. She finds Nesta and Elaine in a library, and Elaine's out of her bedroom, sick. Goes over. Elaine, how's it going? Blah, 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 blah. She's talking in riddles, bro. Random shit. Bird of fire. All this random stuff, all right? She's talking in riddles. And so then she's kind of like, what's going on? Goes over to Nesta and they walk away. And she puts Elaine talks about being able to see the ocean, even though it's like very far away. But at this point, Feyre still thinks, it's just like, because you're a Fey now. You get used to it. She's like, I can hear your heartbeats when I'm sleeping. I can hear everybody's heartbeats when I'm sleeping, blah, 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 blah. Cool. And so Elaine's just like hella enhanced in all these fucking senses.
I was thinking at this point in the book, like you said, I was like, fuck, Elaine's just jarring.
Yeah.
But Sarah J. Maas was breadcrumbing once again, and we didn't realize. We were just like, fuck off Elaine.
Yeah, she's breadcrumbing, bro. It's fucking sick. So she goes over to Nesta and they're kind of chitty-chatty, like, what's going on? She goes, yeah, I don't know. They think she's going crazy.
Yeah.
Basically, they think that the cauldron made her fey but took away her sanity, and so there's a price for everything. And so then they start to chat, and then they realize that Lucian's come in, and they're behind this like shield so Elaine can't hear them. And then they just like watch Lucian to see what he does. He goes over, has a chitty chatty with her. And then Feyre goes into his head. Just, yeah, whatever. And when they're done, I think Nesta goes out and he goes, get the fuck out, Lucian. It's not like super important stuff.
Well, she sees Lucian's intentions are pure.
Yeah, his intentions are pure. She's like, she's fine with it.
Yeah.
She feels guilty about going in his head and stuff. And then they go out and basically Lucian's about to leave and he's like, she needs to be taken outside. Take her out for some fresh air, just for an hour, do something. And they're like, we'll judge what's right for our sister. And he's like, just fucking do it.
Yeah, Nessa's a bitch.
And so then Feyre goes, all right, we're all moving into the townhouse. So Lucian moves into the townhouse, Elaine moves into the townhouse, and then fucking Nesta moves into the townhouse.
One unhappy family.
Yeah, one big fucking unhappy family. Cool. Chapter 25. They then go to the Court of Nightmares.
Yes.
Now remember, Cassian's staying back. He drew the short straw. He's staying back with Lucian and Elaine to protect the Valaris, the city. We've got Rhys going, Feyre going, Maur going, Azriel going, Amryn going, Nesta going.
Nesta's been training, so she can't get.
Yeah, Nesta's going there to train.
Yeah.
They go to the Night Court, and I was wondering like what Feyre, what character she's going to play this time. And so she's gone, and they've gone in. Everyone's going in. Cool. Everyone's sitting there. There was one throne up the top. They go up. Feyre sits in it, and Rhys-Anne kind of sits on the arm of it. And she's sitting there, and he's like, "I'll take the fucking disrespect of only one throne because this was a quick visit, all right?" And then basically he goes, "Kneel." Everyone kneels. And everyone was kind of murmuring like, "Oh my God, Feyre, high lady. Cool. And then there's like some magic trying to come up and touch her or something. And she like puts talons in it. I don't know. And then just like 3 random fairies.
She was like proving that she's powerful.
Yeah, I think like 3 random fairies were trying to touch her. She had to prove that she was powerful. She fucks them up and then they're all scared and shit, whatever. I don't know. It was kind of weird. And then 2 seconds later, Rhys-Anne's like, Dakir, meeting room. Now, let's go. Pronto. Cool. Bang. That's chapter 25. Now, in the... then they start to negotiate. Cool. Chapter 26. Ooh. They're in there and they're negotiating a bit, okay? And basically, Keir talks about, like, he kind of goes like, "Oh, you want my Darkbringers in your war? Sick. Well, I'm sick of being stuck in this mountain, bruv. All right? Whatevs." He's like, "What about this mountain isn't fully mine? You know, you've got your palace above it." He's like, yeah, whatever. You can have the fucking palace, Keir. I don't care. May I remind you that actually the mountain is also mine. These people are not yours. They are fucking mine, all right? He talks about wanting Feyre. He's like, you know, you were whored out to Amarantha and I would have taken Feyre. And then Rhys gets all angry, throws some talons at him. I don't know. So he's not going to ask for Feyre to like suck his dick or whatever. Feyre was like, obviously he's going to... Why is Keir so obsessed with Feyre?
I don't know.
Weird. I mean, maybe she's a baddie.
She is a baddie.
She's a baddie.
Maybe a power trip.
Yeah, power trip. And then basically, he's kind of like, no. And so then, I don't really know what point they get to, but all Rhys-Anne goes is, "Bring him out." All right, bring him out. And out walks, dude, Eris walks out.
This bit was so good listening on Audible.
Eris walks out, unbeknownst to Feyre and Maur. But so Azriel, Feyre, Maur, Rhys-Anne are there, Keir's there, and so then he goes, "Bring him out." Eris comes out. Rhys-Anne and Azriel are the only ones that know that it was going to happen. And Maur's kind of like, "The fuck?"
She's freaking
out.
Betrayed by Rhys.
And then so Rhys goes, Eris, you know, it's been, what has it been, 5 centuries since you stepped foot in the Court of Nightmares? And he's like, yeah, blah, 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 blah. Keir, you know, about 5 centuries ago, you know, I know you wanted to make a bargain to strengthen your ties with the Autumn Court. This is my gift to you. And Keir goes, not enough.
Mid.
I don't know, not enough. I don't know, let me think, not enough. And so he goes, "I always wondered," this is Keir, he's like, "I always wondered where you guys went after you left here. Because you're never really here. And this is your court. Always wondered where you guys flapped off to with those wings." I don't even know. I don't know if they know he has wings. But he goes, "But then after the attack from Highburn, my eyes were opened. I want access to Valaris."
So pause here. I was like a little bit jarred because, I don't know, the Queens, Highburn, now this coming into Valaris. He's terrible at protecting this place, but he did it for 500 million years or whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
it's so weird.
Yeah, it was depicted as this all-powerful place that he would do anything to protect. Like after that attack, you think he would have done something to like glamour everyone's mind or some shit. And I was like, well, that was easy.
Yeah.
It
was made out that he cared about nothing else but this city, but it just so happens to mean he actually cares more about everything else but the city.
And then continue, and he doesn't care about it at all.
I know. It's so weird. You're like, okay, why did you make it so important if you're just going to give it up?
To everyone.
Literally.
You didn't even learn your lesson from the Queens. You just got to
do
it again.
And so maybe he's just like, fuck it, secret's out.
It's already gone.
It's secret's out. Yeah. So basically, Keir's like, I want access. And Rhys goes, dunno. Maur's like, no. They say all this stuff, argue. It gets to the point where he goes, okay, after the war, we can talk about what access you can get. It'll be limited, but we'll put laws in place for after the war. And so then he kind of goes, deal, blah, 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 walks out, says to Eris, I would like to talk to you soon, blah, 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 blah. And then they do a bit of chitty-chatty with Eris. And I have a prediction with Eris. So I think he's going to play a pretty decent-sized part in the book now. And so Eris wants to be High Lord. They want him to just kill Baron, his dad. They don't give,
He wants
doesn't
to
give
kill
a-
him too.
Yeah, he just wants to. He says his dad's just a fucking bloodthirsty, power-thirsty, fucking bastard, bro. And so he's like, just kill him and make me High Lord now. I'll just fucking side with you straight away. Don't worry about this meeting, bro. I don't give a shit. I got legions. I'll send them to you. Train them yourself. And so then he goes, no. We're not doing that.
It's got to be calculated.
It's got to be calculated. He's not going to do it. And he's like, also, Eris, honestly.
Well, let's give our prediction now about Lucian and Eris and how that will happen. We both think Lucian will become High Lord of the Autumn Court.
I do.
How do you reckon it'll happen, though?
I don't know, but I want to tell you my prediction about Eris because of what he says, right? So they're all like hating Eris, and he goes, "You guys have," and they're talking about what happened to Moore because he's the one. Moore was supposed to marry him. She fucks Cassian. Her family puts bolts in her stomach. They send her to the Autumn Court. He leaves her on the fucking border, and so they start giving him shit about that. And he's like, "You have no idea what other things were at play that day." And so I'm getting the vibe that he is the Reese of the Autumn Court.
Oh, I
How
disagree.
Reese put on that
facade.
for the facade, I feel as though there's good reasons for everything that's happened with him. And all he's doing is protecting something he loves.
I disagree. I was going to say he's lying and he'll kill their dad. He'll become High Lord and then Moore will kill her and then Lucian will become High Lord. I reckon
That's
Moore,
a hectic prediction.
Yeah, I reckon Moore. It could be either way. I reckon Moore will kill her. Kill him, sorry.
That's
Yeah.
a hectic prediction.
Yeah.
But yes, I was getting the vibe that I was like, okay.
He seems truthful in this meeting.
Yeah, he seems truthful.
Yeah.
But cool, then he leaves, whatever. Okay, chapter 27. They go back to Valaris. Moore, they win her back, and Moore's just like, whoa, why, Reese, why? She's crying, and he's like, dude, Eris fucking found Azrael in the woods of the Autumn Court. What did you want me to do? I had to make the most of the situation, all right? I did what I could. I'm sorry. And then he tells Cassian, he tells everyone that didn't come with them through their heads, like what happened.
His hands were tied.
Everyone's kind of like, shit. And so then they're fighting. Cassian's siding with Moore. He's like, you should have told us. That's fucking insane. You should have put his head on a fucking spike, bro.
Yeah.
And then they go in. Amren's kind of like steps in between Rhysand and Moore and is like, listen to me. All right? Rhysand, when you were gone for 49 years doing whatever knows what, I don't care what you were doing with Amarantha. Actually, before this, Moore goes, Rhys, what if I fucking went to Amarantha and worked with her to save our people? How would you feel? And Rhys goes, if Amarantha knocked on that door right now, giving us a chance against Highburn, I'd thank the fucking cauldron. And I'd say, yes, help us. And I was like, shit, bro. And so then Amren steps in. Hey, I kept this shit alive for 49 years while you were gone. I'm not going to let you two crumble it. All right? More. We need this guy. All right? He's in the city, whatever. I'm not going to let them damage the city. I'll come kill him after the war if you want. It doesn't matter. I don't give a shit. Think about it. We can fuck him up. Stop being a baby. Looks at Rhys. Bad idea, but kind of good idea.
It's all he could do.
Yeah.
Because Azrael was found.
And so then basically, then they start talking about the Ouroboros mirror. Yeah, Ouroboros mirror. And she goes, bro, what do you want that for? This is Amren? She's like, what do you want that for? And Feyre goes, shit. She didn't know. Shit. Rhysand goes, okay, well, if honesty is the
best policy.
if honesty is the theme of the night, we want to release the bone covering and get him to help us. What? And he's kind of like, you
went to the prison? What?
Everyone's like, bro, what is fucking wrong with you? That's a terrible idea. Yeah. You should not have gone. I could have saved you the visit by telling you that motherfucker ain't going to help you because he ain't getting out. All right?
But how did you get out, Amren?
Rhysand's like, Amren, how'd you get out? And she's kind of like, no. And he goes, oh, I'm not asking. I'm telling you to, like, that's a fucking demand. And Feyre's kind of, talking in her head, and she goes, shit, she's going to fuck him up. And he's kind of like stalking around. Amren's all angry. And like Cassian's moving towards Nesta to protect her just in case shit blows up. And then Rhysand is like moving away from Feyre to get Amren's attention on him. He's like, how come you don't just tell us? And so basically, Rhysand was just being a mad dog and just goes, fuck, I'm telling you right now, you have to tell us. And so she finally goes, well, what'd she say? She's like, where I come from a small world with a young god, right? And what I was a warrior, assassin, soldier, blah, 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 blah. What I am, she doesn't say what she was, but like what I was in terms of my being was a bloody, like we weren't supposed to feel things. We weren't supposed to feel curiosity. We weren't supposed to feel all these things, right? We were just got done demolishing twin cities into rubble, and that's when the rift appeared. And out of curiosity, I went to it. All my friends, they were scared of it, but I went to it, got sucked in, and that's how I got to this world. And then I don't know what happened and what got her put in the prison, but basically she said, in that prison, you don't feel air, you don't feel the wind, you don't smell the grass, she's like, it is a hell on earth, right? And she goes, the way I got out was I had to go from immortal to mortal. So basically,
their version of mortal.
So like she was so immortal that the way she got out was she had to bind her body to a fae body, right? And what that did was made her, in her term of the word, mortal, even though fae are considered immortal. But her fucking species lives for so long that turning into a fae is considered her being mortal. And now she has more feelings. She feels love, she feels hate, she feels happiness, she feels all these things way more. And basically what happened when she bound herself to the fae body was the prison door just opened. So the only way to get the carver out is to get him to bind himself to a fae body. And she's like, he's not going to do that. Because also what it does is it kind of traps her power a bit. She still has power, but her eyes glow, and that's like, basically you just kind of learn, like what she was.
And if the bone carver got out, there's nowhere, he wouldn't be as near as good as he is now in his current form.
He wouldn't be near as good as he is, and he also may not even remember you, because she said if she was to unbind her body, which she
get everything.
So she can't unbind her body. Someone else can do it if they were to find someone to do it. But if they were to do it, she wouldn't remember anyone.
Wow. Yeah.
So
fuck, that's probably gonna happen in maybe book 6.
I know.
She's gonna leave everyone and go back to her land, and everyone's gonna cry.
So who cares? She's kind of a bitch anyway.
No, I like her. I like her
too. Yeah. But then at that point, they're talking, and Elaine comes downstairs, and because Reese had put a shield around them so no one could hear, she's like, the reason I don't tell you is because the rocks talk under the house. The wind talks. Everyone can hear. If they hear me say how I got out, they're going to remember they didn't catch me. They're going to come find me, and I ain't going back. So Reese goes, shield, bang. All right, go. No one's going to hear you, fucking idiot. And then Elaine comes down, and she's like, oh, I couldn't hear you because of the shield. Shield's off, and Elaine starts muttering random shit, right? She starts talking about 2 twin ravens coming off the coast. They're like, what? What are you talking about? She's like, I saw a hand, young, but then withered, and then pain. And everyone's kind of like, what? They think she's gone insane.
Yeah, I was thinking nothing of this at the time.
I thought nothing.
Yeah.
The only thing that made me think she was having visions that were accurate was the bird of fire. And the bird of fire, in my opinion, is the adder in flames falling to the ground. Oh. But I was like, that's not really... so she can see the past? I was like, so she knows what's happened?
See everything.
Yeah. Does she just see everything?
I didn't even pick up on that. Yeah.
I picked up. I was like, so they see everything at all times? And then, cool, chapter 28. Okay, sick. Basically, Farah goes up the next morning, does some training with Cassian, with Asriel Cool. She's all sore and shit. And then she goes and sees more at the house, and then they're chitty-chatty. There's a couple letters there from the High Lords that have responded to the call out of the meeting. The Dawn Court, Day Court, Winter Court, they've all responded they're going to go, but they all have conditions. And then a healer comes to see Elaine. She's organized a healer to come see Elaine because they just don't know what's wrong with her. Healer senses nothing. She goes, but Lucian is her fucking mate. The bonds,
Get him in here!
She came from the cauldron. I don't understand the cauldron. Now, the only thing that's going to maybe help is you get your mate to come in here and talk to her. Yeah. They have a bond. It's different. We don't know what it's like. Boom. She goes, okay, cool. Let's get him in here now. They go in there. They're about to fucking start chitty-chatty. They sit down. Mad awkward. They're just in the sitting room drinking tea, and it's just mad awkward.
This is in the chapter 29.
Up to chapter 29. Sorry, guys. Chapter 29, yeah, it's just mad awkward. And so finally, Elaine looks at Lucian, and she's kind of like, who are you? And he says, I'm Lucian, the 7th son of the High Lord of the Autumn Court. She's like, bang, I remember you. You fucking betrayed us. He goes, facts. A little mistake on my part.
He's owning it.
Mistake on my part. Sorry. They sit down, stop talking. She talks in riddles again. Who cares? Whatever. And then she kind of gets up, all kind of what was that? What was that? And she walks away. And she's kind of felt. He said I'm sorry. I didn't do anything. That was not me, Mum. And she walks away. And they kind of go, what happened? And he goes, I felt a tug on the bond. The bond's there. I got to the end of it and then she left. So I don't really know anything. I could feel her. And then they say that she's like, what could you feel? And he blushes. And she was like, oh, you just got horny, you fucking guy. All you did was get horny.
I am thinking, even after reading the hidden chapters before, Elaine and Nesta are a lot prettier in my head.
Yeah.
I am uncovering that the more we read.
Yeah, same. Apparently they're beautiful.
They say it, but it's hard to picture. Every time Feyre talks about anyone, they're the most beautiful person they've ever seen.
But it's also hard to picture someone that's such a fucking baby and then someone that's such a fucking bitch, bro.
Yeah, true.
Okay.
Can't look past that.
And everyone gets mad at how mad I get, but also, leave me alone. So, next day, boom, training again. She's training with Azriel. She's shit at flying. And she's kind of like, she's going, what's the point of this? Am I going to fly with the legions? And he goes, nah. He goes, oh, sorry. But then he tells this like kind of crazy story about something that happened with Dracon and Miriam, and kind of long story, but it's about someone that's not good at flying that flew under high pressure, and he's kind of just ends it with like, he talks for ages, by the way. You kind of think, holy shit. And then he ends the story with, so Pharaoh, we're going to train until the very last minute because you never know what training's going to help. Cool.
Was that a mirror of that Bible verse? Because they splitted the oceans and then like God walked through between that.
It's like it's a Bible verse.
Yeah, it was like that. I think it was something to do with that. Like,
I dare say.
Maybe.
You never do know.
Probably some writing
Yeah, it's
technique.
kind of sick. And then, yeah, I don't know. This chapter was kind of like quick and easy. He starts to open up a little bit and he just talks about the guilt he feels for Moore. He just kind of probably was like, yeah, I wish I could have told her, but I couldn't. But Moore does forgive him. Moore talks about forgiving Rhys, like understanding what they need and shit like that. But also Moore's got this whole thing of like, if I do stay upset, then everyone else wins. Like her dad wins, Eris wins. And so she shows that she's upset and it affects her. Other than accepting it, then they win. And so if she's fine with it, then she wins, which is kind of a cool way to just...
Very sophisticated.
Yeah, bring the power into your hands.
If that was Feyre, no way.
Bro, she'd hold a grudge for a year.
Yeah.
Are you serious? Fairy terms, 10 years. And so Azriel's kind of like, cool. That night, Feyre and Rhysand, they're talking, and Rhysand does feel really bad. He feels like, I don't know what else I could have done, blah, blah, blah. And she's kind of like, don't worry about it, all good. All right. Before I finish up on chapter 29, Audie, I'd like to play you my favorite bit from the dramatized adaptation. I listened to this on Audible while I was cleaning my house.
Yeah, I'm keen.
Did I ever tell you that you had the dirtiest mouth I ever heard?
I muttered words that only offered more proof of that claim. He skimmed the edge of that sensitive spot, right as his other hand slid between my legs. Brazenly, I lifted my hips in silent demand, but he just circled with a finger, as lazy as the strokes along my wing. He kissed my spine.
How shall I make love to you tonight, Feyre darling?
Jake, I bet you've been doing a lot of cleaning lately.
Mate, my house is spotless. There's a kind of romance audiobook for whatever you're into on Audible.
I think I'll download the app now.
Okay, chapter 30. Next day, Feyre sends a little message down the bond to Azriel, or gets Rhys to Azriel and Cassian that she won't be training. And they both fucking come to the house to confront her. And Azriel comes to the house with stuff to help her soreness, but Cassian comes to the house like, why are you fucking training?
Yeah.
She's like, Azriel, thank you. Cassian, fuck off. Mind your own fucking business. Actually, while you're at it, take Nesta to the house, and Azriel, you take me. We're going to the library, bro, all right?
The library.
We're going to the library, and we're doing shit. So, her and Nesta up at the library, blah, 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 blah. Gonna go study shit on the wall, and then study shit on the Ouroboros mirror or whatever. Because, forgot to say, at the city of, the hewn city, Court of Nightmares, before Keir leaves, Feyre goes, oh, one more thing, I need the Ouroboros mirror. He goes, how the fuck did you know I have that? She's like, what does it matter? I need it, all right? You don't get to fucking come into Valaris unless you give it to me. He goes, it's yours. Consider it my mating gift, if you can take it. You have to look into it, and if you don't go crazy, it's yours. But no one's ever done it. So she's kind of like, shit, I need to study this stuff. Cool. Now, back to chapter 30. They're at the library, going down, talking chitty chatty, and then they start to talk, I don't know, and then she goes, oh, this is where I was studying earlier with Rhys, 2 levels down, that's where more books on the wall are. And so Nesta, she's going to read books on the wall, And they're like, cool, let's go. They go to walk down, and then they hear, they hear something, kind of like the mountain rumble a bit or some shit. And they both instantly knew it, and all the lights start to go out. And then before you know it, darkness creeps upon them. And what it is two high fae males, right? And she looks at them. One of them's got white hair, one of them's got black hair. She's like, what? And then she sees the crest on their white jackets or whatever they're wearing. And she knew that they were Highburn. No. Highburn fucking criminals, bro. And so then she goes, what? What's going on? And they've come to get Nesta. And so Nesta's like, the fuck? And they go, they blow Faebane in their faces to nullify their magic. And so she's calling down the bond. Can't get to Reese. They've come to get they've come to get Nesta because she took something from the cauldron. And so she's like, bro, what? And Nesta's like, shit. They go, Feyre, just lucky that you're here too. The king wants you as well.
We'll take you.
Yeah. You'll be like a lawyer. We'll get paid extra for this. Cool. Basically, they were like, who are you? And then they say that we're the king's ravens. And so she goes, what the fuck? Okay. And then she goes, Nesta, run. Boom. They start running. They start going down towards the pit where Cassian said there's a big scary beast. They went down. Blah, blah, blah.
He didn't say anything. He just said it was scary.
He just said you don't want to know what's down there.
Yeah.
So she's like, fuck it. Let's go down. They start going down into the pit, getting chased. Blah, 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 blah. Lights out. Pfft. These two motherfucking fae are like, these two Highburn fae are just like mad dogs. Both have two swords at their sides. They start chasing them. She's running. And they're like, do you know what the cauldron did to the queens? And then this is how we find out what actually happened. Boom. That first queen after you guys left, that young one, she ran to the cauldron. She hopped in. She dove into that fucking shit. Comes out. Bang. The cauldron was pissed, Nesta. You took something from it. The cauldron was pissed. So when she went in, it made her fae. But it took away the only thing she loved, her fucking youngness. Her fucking, what's it called? Her youth.
Yeah.
She comes out, some old ugly bitch.
Wrinkly.
Elaine
predicted it.
She's a fae, but she's ugly.
Yeah.
Old and ugly. Yeah. And then as soon as he says that, that's when Feyre goes, shit, what the fuck? Elaine saw this shit. How
the
did
two
Elaine,
ravens,
Elaine's
the
like,
old
wait,
lady.
Whoa. What the hell? Elaine told us it was gonna happen.
She's not insane.
And so then she's running. They get down darker. She keeps it in darker. She can't see shit, all right? Boom. She says to Nesta, run. I'm going to take these motherfuckers on. 1-on-1. Don't even worry about it. Nesta's like, no. She's like, it's fine. And so Nesta goes, bang. And then Feyre knocks down a couple of fucking bookshelves, so then they can't get to Nesta. And she's running. She's like, it's blocked my way out as well. Yeah. Nesta's going. Whew. Nesta gets out. She's running, all right? She starts in the darkness, and they start talking to her like, what are you doing? We're going to fucking still find you. Don't worry about that. We're going to get you back to our king. Blah, 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 blah. She stops. They lose her for a minute. And then one of them goes, one of the ravens, one of the fucking Highburn fae, they say something like, I wonder what your mate's going to say when his high lady gets taken. Or like, I wonder how he's going to feel.
Yep.
And then this like scary voice that she says sounds young and old at the same time is like behind her and goes, your high lady.
In the dramatized audio, it sounded like the Book of Breathings.
It's hectic, eh?
Yeah.
So yeah,
this is also merging into chapter 31.
Yeah, we're on chapter 31 now. Sorry, guys. And so, she's like, "Yeah, I am High Lady," and she goes, "This must be what Cassian saw." And so it goes, "Cool." And so, what does it say? I heard about the High Lady of the Night Court. I hear you want to release the Bone Carver. I used to actually know him back when there wasn't many things walking this world. Blah 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 blah. And then she says something like, can you help me? And it goes, well, what are you going to give me? She goes, what do you want? He's like, honestly, I just want company. I'm kind of lonely down here. She goes, fuck it, bargain. Tattoo. She makes a bargain with this thing. Tattoo on her left arm. She's now got another fucking bargain. Just come keep this thing company every now and then.
Inked up.
Jesus fucking Christ. And then this thing goes, do you want me to kill him? She goes, yeah, please. She's like, apparently some light comes up to her. The two ravens, they find her and they're like, he. But then they start looking over her shoulder and up above her. And this thing goes to her, close your eyes. She closes them. They just start getting torn to shreds, bro. They're screaming, blah, 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 blah. And then fucking Cassian, bang, lands. He's like, keep your eyes closed. Don't look. She's like, shit. He grabs her. Reese lands. The mountain shudders. And he goes, get her out of here. Both of them. Cassian goes over, gets Nesta. And then you start hearing them scream. and then Rhysand goes in and just like does some fuck him up as well. That's where I ended. I didn't read 32.
Okay, good, because that's where I ended too.
Wait.
I was going to tell Jake, I've been waiting to tell him, I actually ended at almost the perfect spot. I just finished a little bit before, but the trouble with the dramatized audio is there's no chapters.
Yeah.
And I've started doing cardio at the gym on the stairs. I'm like, oh, this will make it go quick. I'll listen to the book. You just don't know where to stop. And I'm online. I'm walking for 40 minutes. Where are these chapter dramatized audio timestamps? And I just can't fucking find them anywhere. But
I've got 'em.
For Aka War?
Yeah.
Really? I couldn't find them.
Oh, I'll send them to you.
Okay, good. Because I was like, I kind of guessed where to stop, and I stopped perfectly.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
But that's where it ended.
Shit.
I know.
That chapter was insane.
It was hectic. But
Yeah.
now, so I'm mad intrigued, right? So we've found Elaine can see the future. And we...
Nesta's a deaf being.
Okay, yeah, Nest is the death god. Elaine can see the future. Okay, there's a couple things that jar me. Okay, Nesta being a bitch, boring. Elaine being a baby, boring.
They're coming
Feyre-
good, though. They're coming good.
Bro, everyone thinks I'm such a hater on Feyre. I love Feyre, but do something cool.
She did. She killed the prince and princess of
Bro.
Highburn.
Bro, that was fucking 20 chapters ago.
Still.
Dude, listen to me. Feyre is every single High Lord merged into one.
Yeah.
She's a fucking beast, bro. She's not only Daemati, she's also fucking High Lady of the Night Court, all right? How did this bitch not fucking see or tell with her little mind shit that there was 2 ravens from Highburn in her fucking library?
It was probably we're probably going to find out in 32 that there was a spell or something that she couldn't
Well, the
pick up
spell
on.
is what got them through the wards.
Yeah.
But I'm fucking...
It is jarring.
They're constantly nerfing her.
Yeah.
I honest to God think she is the most powerful High Lord in Prithian right now. She's better than fucking Rhys. Rhys is cool, a beast, whatever, but he's only one of them.
Yeah.
She is all of them. I think she's a beast, but someone tell fucking Sarah J. Maas to get her to do something. And what else I'm pissed off about is within the Night Court when they were having the meeting with Eris, he's like, yeah, my dad will be there at the meeting, all right? And my dad will side with you. He actually kind of hates Highburn, but don't let him know that Feyre has powers, especially some of his, because he'll turn on you, join with Highburn, want to kill Feyre, and get his power back. So, what that's telling me is, when this whole fucking war happens, Feyre's not going to do a thing because Rhysand's going to be like, you can't show your power, or fucking, we need Baron.
Nah. So that brings up a good point. I reckon Eris's dad will find out and they'll
kill him.
be forced to kill him.
Yeah.
And maybe Eris will kill him and we'll be like, oh, thank you, Eris. We trust you now.
Yeah.
And then Mort, bang, dead.
Yeah. And then Lucian, High Lord.
Yeah.
I fucking like.
So Jake's
love
feeling
Feyre.
jarred.
Yeah, I love Feyre. I fucking love Feyre, and I love this book.
Yeah,
all right?
okay.
But I am just annoyed that they all just get so nerfed. Like it's annoying me that all Highburn has to do is just cast some little spell, and they're all fucked.
Yeah, it is annoying because
It's
they
killing
are
me.
depicted as these absolute beasts
Yeah.
that no one can touch. And then time after time. It was like when they tried to steal the cauldron. That was jarring. That was the dumbest thing I've ever
Them trying to steal
seen.
the cauldron was fucking.
This was like Dumb and Dumber
yeah.
pretty much.
Sarah got bored.
Okay. So overall feelings, you are a little bit jarred, but
also
still
ecstatic.
enjoying yourself. Me too. I'm intrigued. I'm loving the storyline, the intricacies, and just like the layers on layers on layers.
Mate, it's fucking sick.
And the breadcrumbing that we just don't even see or understand till it's just laid in front of us is so interesting.
Yeah.
It's cool because like this is the first time we've read ACOTAR, but also a fantasy book in general. So it's just such a cool experience to like, just, I don't know, just be immersed.
It's crazy that this existed.
Yeah, I
And
know.
we didn't know about
I thought that, hey, it is crazy. I said it on the main episode. I think we needed that frontal lobe development to really enjoy it. But, okay. This is what everyone's here for. Predictions.
The thoughts is we're happy.
Yeah.
Slightly jarred, but happy.
We're always happy.
But we're always happy.
Okay, predictions. We gave our predictions on what's going to happen to the High Lords in the Autumn Court.
Mm-hmm.
Tamlin hasn't been mentioned in a while.
Yeah, I am very keen for. Okay, I want to predict. Okay, let's just do one topic of predictions. All right.
Okay.
Firstly, I want our predictions to be what's going to happen at the meeting of the High Lords.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and we've got to mention Tarquin's tossing up.
Considering.
If he wants to come.
So
he will come.
Personally, I think they're all going to come.
Yeah.
And before we get into that, but I have a prediction about more.
Ooh. Okay.
I think Moore is hiding something.
What?
And here's the thing is I can't think of what she would be hiding, but the only reason I think she's hiding something is because when Eris leaves their meeting, when they're at the Court of Nightmares, he makes a comment. And he makes a comment like, what does he say? Basically, he's like smirking at her, and the way Feyre narrates it as if he says something and then smirks at her as if they both know what he's talking about, but no one else does. And Moore plays it off, and so
Eris was made to look like the bad guy, but something else did happen, and Moore's hiding it.
But I don't know if maybe she doesn't know it happened, but I just think she's hiding something for some reason. I don't know why.
No. I see your thinking.
Yeah.
I agree with that. My prediction is going back to the High Lords meeting.
Yeah. Okay. What do we think's going to happen there?
So they said somewhere in one of the chapters that there's a spell over it. No one would dare try and kill someone within that. I reckon someone will with King of Highburn.
Yeah.
And I don't know which High Lord will, but Feyre's powers will come out and she'll like sense it somehow and she'll save everyone once again. Okay. And that's when, what's the Autumn Court's the dad's name?
Baron.
Baron will find out about her powers and his powers within her. And that's when, what's his fucking name? So many names going on.
Eris.
Eris will kill it, Baron.
Okay. Here's what's going to happen.
That's
right?
my prediction.
I have a couple predictions. I like that.
Yeah.
Slightly different, but okay. They're all going to come. Okay?
Yeah.
Chitty chatty. Bicker, whatever. We're going to meet them all, get descriptions of all of them. They're all going to be handsome. Cool. Tamlin, not going to be able to control himself.
Do you reckon he'll come?
Yeah.
Okay.
I could be wrong, but okay. Tamlin is not going to be able to control himself. You stole my girl. You stole my emissary. Fuck you. He's going to try and kill Rhysand. All right? He's not going to care. He's got nothing to lose anymore. His whole court's diminished, bro.
True.
Falling apart.
Ooh.
He's going to try and kill Rhysand.
Yeah.
Rhysand's going to be like, defend himself. All right? He's going to fuck Tamlin up in defense. And then Feyre is going to do something. She's going to show her powers. That's when Baron is going to say, I'm out.
Okay.
Give him back. Eris kills his dad in front of all of the High Lords.
Yeah.
And then all the High Lords are going to be like, didn't like him anyway.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
And then Eris is going to go, no. How do you guys feel about me being High Lord? Even though it's not your fucking choice. Just want you to know I'm High Lord now. Okay? And then he goes, I'm with you. And then everyone goes, cool, let's band and let's go against Highburn. Then, randomly, just because all the readers want it, Moore is going to kill Eris and Lucian will become High Lord.
Okay. I like it too. I don't know if Tamlin will come though, and I think Highburn will just infiltrate that meeting somehow.
Oh, you think so?
Maybe Tamlin won't come, but he would have told Highburn of the meeting. Maybe. Maybe.
I think he's going to double down and just be Highburn's little pet.
I don't know. I just really think will Tamlin die in your prediction?
No.
Okay. Fuck, I really think he comes good in the end, eh? I reckon he does.
You're so full of shit, bro.
What? I really think he does. And, well, I guess, when's Feyre having this kid? It's obviously gonna
Is
happen
she pregnant yet?
with the bone carver. Well, Reese has just been going ham and coming in her.
Yeah, I like your prediction that the reason she doesn't fight in the war is because she's pregnant.
I think that will happen, yeah. I think so. Interesting.
It sucks though because she is a beast.
Yeah. Oh, I'm intrigued to find out how pregnancies work in Prythian too.
Yeah, how long is it? Like 7 years?
Yeah, what is it? Which is so intriguing. And I reckon maybe Reese will get a little bit toxic when she starts to get protective because he's like very underlying fucking ancient powers. He'll be like, I need to protect you. And then he gets a little bit toxic again. He's like, this isn't who you used to be.
Yeah, shit, bro.
Hey, how long have we got left? Is 70 in this? So we're about halfway.
Okay, so yeah, where are we going to read to now? Because I've read chapter 31 and so did you.
Yeah, I listened to it by accident on the Stairmasters. Okay, so we do 10 chapters, but it's getting a little bit confusing. We'd be up to 42. So did we want to do 8 or not?
We can if you want.
Or do we want to do... We'll be 31 to 42, or did you want to go...
So like if you basically will read chapter 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just do 10 again.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically read chapter 41 and then,
finish. Okay.
Sweet.
Perfect. Makes sense. 41. For everyone who's reading along.
Guys, that was fucking fun. That was good.
Yeah, that was heaps of fun. I'm enjoying you leading.
I like it.
I think it's a really great listen.
Yeah.
And I like just to chime in. I mean, I feel like I'm the listener.
Nah, it's
and
sick.
like, Jake, you forgot this. I was like,
do.
This is how I'm feeling.
I like the feeling of telling it to you, even though you know it.
Yeah.
But it also, I feel like it would be a good listen having instead of us telling it to everyone, it's me telling it to you.
Yeah.
And then it does. I feel like it's good.
Yeah, 100%. Well, guys, that's it for today.
Yeah.
We love you.
Stay bad.
Also on Patreon, if you want to join, get it early.
Yep.
Get the extra perks. Today's perk was amazing, to
was
be honest.
fun,
Jake
yeah.
reading it, that was great. So Patreon.
I did a decent job.
Yeah, you did great. Stay bad.